hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gunn here with Charles Davis, and for the Dolphins, what a turnaround under first-year head coach Mike McDaniel. I mean, this is a franchise that did not won a playoff game since the year 2000, but wow, I mean, they're AFC champions.
Give them a big amount of credit for getting here, and how about this franchise in total? They have won the Super Bowl twice, but those were Super Bowls 7 and 8 in 1973-74. They are so excited to be back in the big game.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6 and tie the Patriots and Steelers. For the Cowboys, their last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January of '96.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the Triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry, Roger Staubach at quarterback, Tony Dorsett at running back. Those were great teams as well. This one, trying to create their own identity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And what a moment for him to start the Super Bowl right here. He's had his doubters over and over in his young career, and many of them question if he could truly be an NFL starter, let alone a Super Bowl starter. But here he is on the biggest day of the NFL season, leading a resurgent Dolphins team. How about a little bit of bonus history? He would be only the 3rd lefty to start and win the Super Bowl if he pulls this off, joining Hall of Famers Ken Stabler and Steve Young.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one complete to... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There he goes, left side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So now here come the Dolphins. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's swung out to Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Tua sets up to pass it. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Mostert. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't,
the Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be a 49-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. To try again after the sack. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Tua going to throw. Dancing to his left. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump on passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Tua. Touchdown! Durham Smythe, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Play fake. Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot. And
they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Prescott off play action. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action now, Prescott. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Brandon Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. It's caught left side by Cooks. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second down at 4.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Jake Bailey on down to punt here on fourth down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
final play of the half. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
5 yards remain on second down. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the air again, Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Prescott now to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw right side. Taken in by Gallup. Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined Gallup there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. On play action, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are back within a score.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack in the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
I call it no gain there on the first down play. To throw again on second down. Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave it with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Berrios. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 76 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 17, Prescott being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Prescott yet again. And he comes back with one complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2 now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run right side with Mostert down at the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Mostert. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now Mostert. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.